Government's Public Investment Corporation is seen as the force behind the merger talks. The PIC holds 66% of AfriSam and 15% of PPC.
On a typical timeline, we're getting to the point where the parties have to make the decision, is it a go or no go? So I expect in the next few months we'll know for certainty, is the deal proceeding or are we going to look at other alternatives?
The Alco operation in Kimberley is seen as the key to fighting the battle against cheap cement imports. It's also going to deliver growth for the proposed merged entity.
It's a particularly large kiln. It produces at 4,000 tonnes of clinker a day. So that puts it at the bigger end in South Africa, probably actually the biggest. Its location is also quite special in the sense that we reach into the Northern Cape, the Southern Free State, down into Lesotho and the Eastern Cape from here. None of our other competitors really play that cost effectively in this area.
While it's tough in South Africa, the continent has potential and there's space for new entrants. That's despite Dangote being the biggest player there.
PPC's capacity, if you take the African operations, is about just under 12 million tonnes per annum. Both of us mainly exposed to the East Africa region and not that much exposed to West Africa and North Africa. Growth in the areas where we are both growing or where we are both exposed to, roughly between 5 and 7% GDP growth per annum in those countries, so good growth, but also being mainly exposed to the East Coast, lots of imports coming in from places like Vietnam, Iran, Pakistan.
AfriSam, on the other hand, has a 65% stake in a Tanzanian cement producer. It's also active in other neighbouring countries.
PPC have recently started operations in Rwanda and Ethiopia. Rwanda's on our doorstep. We actually serve there at the moment. So I think there's some interesting combinations that we can play there. They've also started up in the DRC recently, but actually on the other side, on the western side, active in Zimbabwe. And I think what you can start to see is a continental map piecing together in southern and eastern Africa.
They say that the cement industry is a proxy for what's happening to the GDP growth, and the cement sector in South Africa is depressed right now. Whether this merger will actually work out to the benefit of both parties remains to be seen. I'm Angelo Coppola for CGTN in the Northern Cape in South Africa.